Alright guys, hey, it's Bree from AZ, and I'm going to do my closeout for January paycheck number 1. So I have all my pages out here because January is over, so I'm going to go ahead and do my closeout and then do the cash stuffing for paycheck number 1 in February. So let's get started. Oh, I wanted to show you what I found. So I found this at the Dollar Tree. So it's like the macro happy planner, and it even has the little heart designs on there. So it has like orange paper, and they're actually lined. I tried to go back today to find because there was other designs in there, and I wanted to show you, but I just wrote testing page because I wanted to see how it would look if I wrote on just with the regular pen. So for those of you that use this for your cash envelopes, these are or were at the dollar store, so I have that. It's pretty cute. So I mean, once you run out, you can probably get, you know, the inserts from Michael's or probably Amazon, whatever one you like. But the other one that I saw was, I think the outside was like, the cover was like an orange color, and then on the inside the pages were black. So you would have to have like a gel, you know, like white color to write on that, or whatever pens they use for that. But the other one was black with the white stripes. So, and then there was a third one, but I didn't get a chance to look at it. I mean, because it was sealed, you know, pretty big, I didn't get a chance to actually flip inside of it. So I got this one because I really like the cover, and it says it's the little things in life. So I thought that was pretty cute. I don't know what I'm going to use it for. I mean, I was at the Dollar Tree, so I was like, okay, cool. And then I also got a pack of these that you could also use for your cash envelope trackers. So it came in a pack of 3. This was at the Dollar Tree, so you get 3 of them for $1. They all have, they're like little traveler's notebooks, and they're all lined pages in here. So you could use that as well. I use a traveler's notebook for my own personal account. So anytime like I, you know, deposit or take something out, I use one of these for my tracker. Well, my expense tracker. So, but it's a little bit bigger. So I got this one from Michael's. I believe it's in a clearance aisle. It was like with a pack of 3. So I just have my pen that I use with it here. Again, a tool pen. And then I have a paper binder clip here. And then this just tells me where I'm at. So just a quick flip through. This is what I use for my my personal account, my expense tracker. So everything that I do spend, I keep track of in here. So, and then, you know, these are just like little tabs I got from Walmart. I think it's time for a new one, but so yeah, that's what I have there. So I just carried, well, I don't really carry this around, but as soon as I use my card, my own personal account, then I'll go ahead and track it in here. So just an FYI, guys, I didn't mean for this to be a long video, but I just wanted to show you the things that I found. So if you're lucky, you could probably get one of these, and they're only $1. So, and then you can get a pack of 3 for $1. So, so there you go. I mean, I was just happened to be in the dollar store. I was looking for, what was I looking for? I don't even remember, but I went in there and, so, yeah. Okay, so let's get started with our budget closeout for paycheck number 1. And I'm going to get my expense tracker out. So, put these back to the side. And I don't need this either. I'm actually going to put it under here so my writing doesn't get all wonky. So I have my blue and my red pen. I wish I could say I'm not using my red pen, but you'll see in a minute. So let's get started. And I'm gonna put my cheat sheet up over here and then line you guys up. Okay. I don't know, is that too close? Okay, there we go. We can do that. So for my income, I made $1,457.81. So that's going to be my new salary for this coming year. So I estimated at $14.55, so $2 was expected. So there you go. My husband is $1,085.92. So that's around his normal pay rate. If he doesn't have any overtime or anything, that's usually around his base pay. So yeah, so he didn't have any, like I said, our what do you call it, hazard pay has gone away as of December 30th, so we are no longer getting hazard pay as essential employees unless a new bill comes out and we get more money for it, but as of right now, there's no hazard pay. Okay, and then for our rollover, we had $424.55. Ugh. I'm sorry. I twist my chair kind of to the side so that the paper stays straight, and then I write, you know, how I normally write. So yeah, so it doesn't start looking like that. And then for other, we had $50. So that total came out to $3,018.28. Okay. And then we will go down to our bills, and we have, I believe everything stayed the same. So we have Best Buy at $50. We have my husband's Citibank at $65. Our Progressive actually went down. So for the next 6 months, it went down to $352.24. Okay, and then we have our SRP, which is a fixed rate for the year until November when it gets recalculated. So here in Arizona, it goes from cold to hot, and hot is like in the hundreds, maybe 7-8 months out of the year. So as of right now, it was already in the 80s this week. And we're in the first week, 2 weeks in February, we're already in the 80s. So those of you in colder weather, I envy you, but I do not like snow and rain and things like that. So anyway, so we have a fixed rate because if not, our electricity in the summer would be extremely high. In the winters, yeah, it would be pretty low, but in the summertime is when it really hits us. So doing that has helped us out, so we know exactly how much we're paying every month for a full year until it's recalculated in the in November. So okay, so then we go to my Discover, which was $60. And then we go to Citibank, which is $35. And then we have my husband's Best Buy at 60. And then for some reason I left out our Durango payment. I don't know how that happened, but on my numbers I calculated it for the Durango, but I didn't put it on my actual sheet, so I must have just, I don't know. I can't honestly tell you why I skipped it, but I still calculated it in my numbers, so the numbers will still stay the same. So, I mean, so that was $650.13. And yes, that was $650.13. Okay. So, actually our number went down a little bit, but because of our progressive. So, yeah. People make mistakes, guys. I'm not perfect in any shape or form. So, yes, I ended up leaving that out, although I calculated it for my total down here. I mean, I don't know. I must have been off that day. Who knows? Okay, so for spending, yes, we each got $100 for our spending for 2 weeks. And then for groceries and household, if we take a look at my variable log, you can see I really reined it in this time because we've been going over quite a bit sometimes. So this month I really just stuck to our basic needs. So we spent a total of $280.43. So $280.43. And it could be, you know, my son, he moved out, my oldest, so I'm no longer feeding him or getting him food. Although usually when he goes and gets food, he buys it himself. But I'm no longer paying for his groceries anymore because he did move out. So that could make a difference as well, but I don't know. Eating out, we also reined it in a little bit. Again, my oldest son isn't here, so that could have something to do with it. But we spent a total of $158.04. So there's my little tracker. So we will do $158.04. Okay, and then for gas, the same thing. We always come under because we don't work well, my husband works every other day and I work every 2 days, so I mean I don't know. But lately our gas has been coming under, so that's why I'm saying I might reduce it in the upcoming months. But I want to wait and see how everything turns out, if we're going to go back to full-time schedules and things like, you know, that could just impact our budget significantly if we do go back full-time. So, and then our miscellaneous, this is where we went over. So about a week ago, I went into my kids' room and my boys' room. We have 4 boys all together, and everything stunk. It stunk so bad. So I took everybody's comforters and bedding and, you know, everything, and I took it to the laundromat. So that ended up being $30.90 for washing everybody's bedding that day. So I went over $5.90, but that was well worth it because, man, it was... Those of you that have teenage boys, you know what I'm talking about. It's unbearable. So the house we do rent has a small washer and dryer, so that's why I didn't wash them here. If I could, I would, but my husband said it's not good for the washer. Again, my husband does everything maintenance-wise in houses and, you know, all that kind of stuff. So he told me it's not good for washers, especially with big comforters and things like that. So I ended up taking it to the laundromat. So I spent $30.90, and it was a coinless laundromat. So you know, they give you a card, and so you put your money in, and so I ended up spending $30 because I didn't have the exact 25. So I mean I probably spent 25, and I could have just listed the amount that I did spend, but this is what I actually put into the machine so I could get my wash going. So anyways, long story short, everybody's bed smells good now. All right, so for our total, it is now $2,239.59. So what we budgeted for was $24.56.56. So that is a pretty significant decrease from what we had actually budgeted. So we will go down to our remaining balance is now $778.69. Okay, now we can go down to our sinking funds. I mean cash envelopes. I don't know why I say sinking funds. $778.69. Okay, and these numbers all stay the same, so let me just write those in. $20, $10, 20, 20, 10, 20, and 20. So that came out to $120, giving us a balance of $658.69. Okay, so there we go. Now we go up to our sinking funds, which is the $658.69. Okay, and all of these stayed the same as well. So we had $5, nothing here, $5, $5, $5. So everybody got $5 basically. And that was because when we budgeted in the beginning, as you can see, we only had $208.44 left. So so that is the amount that we thought we were going to end up with for our sinking funds. But we ended up saving a lot more, and I'll show you what we're going to do with our balance in just a bit. Okay, so that still remained at 40. Subtracting from the $658.69 now gives us $618.69. Bringing that down. So we left this at 50. Subtracting from the 618 now gives us $568.69. So $568.69. Alright, so we have that remaining balance. Usually what I would do is put a big chunk of that into our savings account, but we're kind of at a good place in our actual savings. We're not fully to where we want to be, but we can peel it back just a little bit and focus more on our sinking funds. So what I did was put 100 into savings, leaving us a balance of $468.69. So that is what we're going to roll over. And I'm going to use this rollover and put it into our sinking funds. So the numbers that I budgeted out for, let me get my book out, for our February 1 paycheck, you can see here. So here, you know, some had 5, some had 10, some didn't have anything. So what I'm going to do is fill every single envelope up. And also, we budgeted for only $50 for Snowball. I'm going to add another 50 to that, making it 100. Also here, looks like we only we're going to put 50 into our savings, but I'm going to go ahead and put another 100 in here, since it looks like, you know, we're doing pretty good. So you'll see that in the cash stuffing, and that's why some of the numbers changed. Sorry, I hit my my stand on my bed. So okay, so that is our rollover, and I'll just fill that in here. The bottom rollover is now $468.69. Oh, and then up here, the 50, my son had already given us the 50, so I added in here, so it's actually in this remaining balance as well. And that's because he gave me the money on the 1st, so it wasn't due until this coming pay period, which would be today, the 5th, because our Verizon bill comes out tomorrow, the 6th, but he gave his money to me on the 1st. So I had already deposited it into our account, transferred it into our account, and so some of that is already here. So that actually goes into the rollover as well. So that is our closeout for budget number 1. Let me zoom you guys back out. So here is our January calendar. As you can see, we eat out quite a bit. But towards the end of the month, I reined it in, and we were able to keep it under budget. So that was a good thing. So I did have 8 no spend days. Again, people do their no spends differently. I do it to where we actually don't spend any money, and again, that's because you want to be way under budget and not be close to your budget. Well, at least for me anyway. So so that is why I do my no spends there. Even though we have already budgeted these amounts in our budget, I just feel like I'd rather really do a no spend at all. So there's that. I mean, it's better than no spend days. No spend days. I don't know how you would say it. Okay, so here's our paycheck number 1 closed out. And then we just did our paycheck number 2 closeout. And then we have our expense trackers. Don't mind this. I had to rewrite it over here because I made some major mistakes in that tracker. And then we have our variable for paycheck number 1, our variable for paycheck number 2, and then our sinking funds. So these are my ending balances here. I don't know if you guys can see them. So those are our numbers here. And let me... So our ending balance came out to $2,415 we have in our sinking funds. So, and that's just for the first month in 2021. Okay, guys, that is our closeout of January paycheck number 2 and our complete closeout of January. So I'm going to take these, scan these in, and then have them shredded. So I no longer need them. There's no reason for me to keep them. So I scan them into my computer and then shred these and then go to the next month. So Alright guys, I will cut out here, and then I'm going to go ahead and record my cash stuffing February for paycheck number 1, and I'll see you guys then. Alright, bye.